Here's a garden walk on June 30th, 2019. Here we're starting with the beefsteak tomato. It still looks like it's fighting through some disease, but it does look better since me putting it in this pot. We've got some tomatoes on there, and some new ones have come on, so hopefully it'll be okay. And then over here, we have the black seaman. Again, still a little bit of disease on the leaves, but overall pretty much looking a bit healthier. It's still putting on some new leaves, but there is spots. There are spots on these leaves, so I'm gonna keep monitoring it. I did buy some peroxide to make a mixture and hopefully do a foliar spray this week when it's not raining and get these hopefully looking a little bit better. Go over here. Excuse the fertilizer bottle. Well, that's what I use to mix fertilizer in. Anyway, this is one of the Dr. Wykes tomatoes. Got quite a few on here now, which I didn't even notice. I saw one, but I'm seeing quite a few now. So those are the yellow beefsteak type of tomatoes with lots of plums. So it looks happy. Here is one of the orange ox hearts. Again, looking very happy. I did come and prune quite a bit of these, especially the bottom leaves, just because they were the first to show some signs of disease. Here is one of the black brandywine tomatoes. This also has a tomato on it. Danny? No. Then here is one of the green giant tomatoes. That's my neighbor's dog barking. Please excuse that. One of the green giant tomatoes. I did put a stake in here this week to try and let this little pepper, these two little pepper plants, get some sunlight because they look a little stunted. Here are the Marketmore cucumbers. And they finally put out a little feeler, so I will have to put something in here for them to climb up. Some borage that's climbing up the, what is this? Orange oxheart tomato. This is the second one. Got quite a few tomatoes on here. Very excited. Very, very excited. And it's a nice, tall, healthy looking plant. Over here we've got my greens, which have been ravaged by all kinds of caterpillars and cabbage worms and everything else. My resident spider is finally gone after a big storm, but he wasn't helping out anyway. He wasn't eating any of the stuff that was eating my stuff. So, cabbage, I think? Or no, these are collards. That's a cabbage. That is the Savoy cabbage, as is this one right here. Cilantro that's gone to seed. These two are broccoli for sure. I think this one back here is too, but it hasn't shown any broccoli yet. This is parsley going to seed, as well as more cilantro down here. Chives are flowering again. We got the cosmos. And here's the broccoli, close up. Finally coming in. I don't know if this one's visible yet. Yeah, don't think so. And then the dinosaur kale. Here's another Savoy cabbage under the broccoli. And here are the mini bell tomatoes. They don't appear to have anything going on just yet. Not turning red. Here are the peppers from another angle. I did harvest about 4 banana peppers from over here. These two plants are producing like crazy. The rest of them still a bit stunted, so I'm hoping as the season goes on, I will give some fish fertilizer this week to make sure that they can grow properly. Danny, come. Come. To make sure that they can get some more growth on them and get enough size to produce. These are Shasta daisies, the white currant tomato, the yellow sun sugar tomato, cherry tomato, and then I've also got some red currant tomatoes down here, finally turning red. That's exciting. All right, then we'll move over to the beans that are flowering finally, and we actually have some beans over here, so I'm excited about that. Only problem is the Japanese beetles are very excited about these as well. So I have been out here with a bucket of soapy water to get them under control. Here's a flower bed. Nothing really to see there. Lettuce is bolting. Cosmos, more borage. Bok choy has gone to seed. Zucchini produced quite a bit this week. I think I pulled off about 4 or 5 zucchini that I had missed. They were hiding from me, but as you can see, there's quite a bit of powdery mildew moving in. So I will probably pull these out and start another round of them, so we can get some going into the fall, or late summer. I'll come down this way. These are the melons. Well, that is the Minnesota Midget, Kajari, Sugar Baby Bush, Sweet Passion melons, both right here, and I'll give you another view of the black-tailed mountain watermelons when we go outside. This is the black vernissage tomato, and it has grown about, I don't know, maybe about 8 to 10 inches in the past week. It was so small last week when I transplanted it into the 7-gallon bucket, and now it's huge and it's flowering. Looks great. All right, we'll take a walk to the back part of the garden, which again really needs to be weed whacked. This is another black brandywine tomato. Jalapenos. This little brandywine has a little tomato on it. So excited. This is the other green giant tomato. Not really seeing much of a difference in the size of the tomatoes. Whoa, sorry, just had an ant crawling on me. So I'm gonna have to keep watching because they don't look that big, and I thought that was supposed to be a big green tomato. This is the Dr. Wykes. I still don't see any tomatoes on this one either. But this is the bed where I was experiencing a bit of disease, so it could have just, stunted their growth for a bit. I don't know. I think we've got one down here. I feel a tomato in there, so I'll be checking for that in a couple of days. This is the tower with a bunch of spaghetti squash. So, and also powdery mildew. So I'll have to come out here trimming these. This little guy is an angel hair spaghetti squash. It's about a single serving squash. That's probably the full size. And then you can see the full-sized spaghetti squash back there. Here is the corn. It's gotten nice and tall. Well, most of it has. Some of them look shorter, but I don't know. They could be shaded. Like these back here are shorter than these up here. So maybe these guys get more sun. Not sure. Here's another view from the garden bed and some beans. I'm sorry, the flower bed and the beans. Got quite a few string beans on here. So, there we go with that. Over here we have, can't get him to stop, sorry. Mint, petunias somewhere under there. Kellogg's breakfast tomato. I have not pruned this one at all. I'm just gonna see how it does, and apparently it's doing all right. We've got some nice flowers on here. I don't see a tomato yet, but the leaves are, this tomato plant looks the best out of all of them that I have babied, and this one I left alone and it's just fine. So we'll see what happens. Over here, lots of weeds. Cosmos, and garlic looking pretty dried up, so might be able to pick that this week. Over here, got the honeydew green flesh finally trailing, climbing up. Sunflower is looking a bit weak because there was a huge leaf-footed bug that was sucking on the juices right about here where it's discolored. So I'm not sure if that's gonna survive. I did get it today. It's been a battle the past few days trying to catch it, but hopefully we'll get it. Still got the dirt in the backyard. And here's the corn again. Let's see if I can just walk through here. There's quite a bit of stuff going on. Okay, so here is the other black brandywine, I believe. And this one as well has got some flowers on it. I don't see any tomatoes yet, though these might be doing something. We'll have to see in a few days. This guy over here is the second confirmed Kellogg's breakfast. I think my mystery tomato is a Kellogg's breakfast. This has a tomato on it. Still not seeing much growth. And these flowers seem to be dying off, so I'm not really sure what's going on over here. But the new growth looks nice and green, so I don't know. I'll just keep my eye out for it. Got some spaghetti squash, again, powdery mildew all over the place. And here is the mortgage lifter tomato. Again, new growth, sorry, looking great, but still no tomatoes. Lots of flowers. Nothing yet. That's okay. It's a nice looking plant. I do see some diseased leaves down there, so I'll have to get that. And then here is the spaghetti squash. Not sure which plant this is, if it's the angel hair or the regular size spaghetti squash, but had a bloom open today. Hopefully it was pollinated. I've got a lot of bumblebees back here. No honeybees, which is very sad. There's the spaghetti squash, full-sized one. And now we can take a walk to look at the watermelons. Here, got an orange glow watermelon finally trailing. There is a little tiny baby watermelon female flower that's coming up. Hasn't opened yet. The flower hasn't opened yet, but it should soon. Here is the Moon and Stars watermelon, looking beautiful with the speckled leaves. Here is the Cow Sweet watermelon. Hill's Best Cantaloupe finally decided to make an appearance this week. After how many weeks? 3-4 weeks? Here is a Congo watermelon. That one has exploded in growth. And then lastly over here, we have the Blue Klondike striped watermelon, as well as what I believe is a tender sweet orange, but again, I didn't mark it. And there's Danny. Over here I have a butternut squash, I believe. I just stuck a seed in there just to see if it would grow. There was a mound of dirt, and so I just wanted to see if it would grow, and it did, so I'm leaving it there. And that is it for this week. So thank you for watching.